Hi, Jeff Giagnocavo here with another exciting issue of Mattress Retailer Weekly. This week I want to talk to you about the starting point of the mattress buying process and the way it was versus the way it is today. See, it used to be years and years ago, your store was the starting point in every mattress buying journey and decision. Your customer would arrive, and really the first interactions that they would have with your store were everything that you or your staff said to the customer. Maybe the only other touch point prior to them walking into the door was your advertising. Well, today that's all changed. The starting point isn't your store. It's not that first contact with you or your sales staff. It's with your website. It's with your reviews. It's with your any other review listings and social postings, your Facebook page, your previous customers, people who've been referred to you. It's that word of mouth network about your business. All of those things are the very, very first touch point, maybe many touch points, that your potential customers are going to have before they even cross the threshold of your store. So the challenge I have for you this week is, what are you doing to control the conversation, control how people speak about you? What are you doing to bolster how well people speak about you, to enhance your services, enhance your customer experiences? What are you doing to control all those things so those things are congruent, that by the time they reach your store isn't the starting point anymore. Your store is really the affirmation point, as I like to say. You know, there was a point in time where we had a customer in our store come in on a Black Friday, spend 20 minutes on our store, and purchased a $20,000 king size Carpe Diem mattress. And quite frankly, it was the sale I've been most worried about, because for a customer to spend only 20 minutes in a store and drop $20,000 on a king size Carpe Diem mattress sale is kind of unique, different, and very, very scary. Last thing I want is buyer's remorse with $20,000 behind it. And what I heard from Terrence, this was the customer, from his mouth was, it stuck with me, and it made a lot of sense since that day. He said, Jeff, I've been researching you guys forever. I've experienced Carpe Diem over in Europe. I've experienced it here in the States in some boutique hotels. I've even been to another retailer that is selling it, and I was surprised you had it locally. I've known what bed I want for the longest time. I've experienced it. I've slept on it. I'm in your store today just to affirm everything about you is true that has been said about you, that's on your website, and now I see it here in the store. So that's why I bought. So your store today really becomes the affirmation point in the buying journey for the customer. And if you look at it this way, there's so many marketing articles and gurus out there talking about omni-channel marketing. And that makes sense for the big guys, for Target and Walmart and Best Buy and things like that. That makes sense because they can very much control the narrative from the website, their advertising, to the store. They can kind of control that triangle of things pretty easily because they have the dollars and the assets to spend money on point of purchase and spend money in in-store marketing that meets up with the website and meets up with advertising. Okay, they really can invest in those big things to really kind of control all those variables. But as an independent retailer, it's a little more difficult. So my challenge for you is maybe not so much commit to omni-channel marketing, and not saying you shouldn't be online, not saying you shouldn't be in your store. I'm saying commit to congruency in your marketing, congruency in your advertising, congruency in your website, to your store, to the people selling in front of the customer. That congruency will pay off. That congruency will make your store become that affirmation point. Remember, a lot of people come into your store focused on a product category. Maybe it's hybrid, memory foam, latex, pocket coil, you name it, any number of things. Maybe they're just downright focused on a Tempur-Pedic Cloud Supreme because they tried that out in a hotel. They slept on it at a relative's house on holiday. Any number of reasons they can become very focused, and they can have already decided what they want. And it's your job to affirm that you're the right fit, you're the store to deliver the best value, the best experience, and ultimately enact and finalize the transaction. So think about that shift. Years ago, before the fracturing of media, the fracturing of attention, the ability to get influence from any number of things, from friends, family, reviews, websites, blogs, YouTube, other advertising channels, you name it. There's so much that can happen before somebody even crosses the threshold of your door. And are you doing everything that you can to be as congruent in the way you present your website, the way you present your advertising, to the way you present in store, so there isn't a disconnect? Line all those things up, and I believe you'll see your sales increase, because you now have congruency in what they experienced, where they've spent their time outside of your door, to what they're experiencing inside your door. So commit to that congruency in marketing, congruency in presentation, and you'll see your sales increase, and selling becomes a little bit easier. Thanks for tuning into this week's issue. Look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.